Hey there, guys. It's Keep It Real Blabs. Welcome or welcome back. We are going to be hopping right back into the drama that happened during the weekend, and I've been keeping up with it. Obviously, I know most of you guys have. If you haven't, I don't know why. But even if you watched this before, which I know you have, just come on and let's just watch it together again, because it's just freaking funny. So we're going to be watching Apathetic Facts' video because I tried to watch it live and I can't. So Amberlynn's completely unhinged response to Emily's interview. And I believe this one Amberlynn is already reading the yeah, she's reading the questions that were asked that Snowflake had the interview. So let's get into this. Hope you guys are having an amazing day, amazing morning, and amazing Monday, I meant. Amazing start to your week. So let's get into this. You know what? Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Needed some lip color and most importantly, my eyes. And thankfully, the ice cream truck left. Oof.
So by now we've all seen Amber's desperate attempt at damage control ahead of Emily's interview with Snowflake. Well, Emily seems to have gotten wind of what Amber said, and she responded on her Instagram. Amberlynn's latest accusations and her attempt at damage control are genuinely unhinged. And for those of you who supporting her and believing her, congratulations, you were just manipulated by Amberlynn Reed. Join the club. If she had nothing to hide, why is she already rushing to clarify specific things I haven't even spoken about yet? How does she already know what situations I'm talking about with Snowflake, if there wasn't anything she should be held accountable for? She knows exactly what I'm going to say because she knows exactly what really happened. I'll be the first to admit I've said some awful things during our relationship. I'm not here to paint myself as perfect, but I do hold pride in the fact that I'm not going to say anything that's not true. The fact that she's spinning the narrative before I've even spoken should tell you everything you need to know. Well, Emily has spoken. The video went up earlier today, and shortly after, Amber went live to react to it. And prepare yourself, she's absolutely unhinged.
I personally do not and will not.
Now, before we start, I know I'm not gonna really stop all that much during this video, I think. But I just find it so funny how she comes on here and she talks as if we don't know who she is. She's been lying. She's made multiple videos about her lying and, her coming clean, so-called clean. Um, why does she believe that people are that stupid that they would just say, like, no, this time it's real? Like, some every single one of her exes have come out and said the same thing. Um, Come on, she's not that important for people to be building a mob against her just like for no reason. Stupid. But anyway, let's start this.
Be watching per se, like listening with my ears. Snowflake's video, he triggers me, he gives me anxiety. He is an apologist. I have it on mute. I don't want to listen to it.
I know, no, whatever. Uh, yeah, I know. I said what I said. Whatever. I it's just freaking hilarious how Mr. Snowflake is her boogeyman. This is her freaking boogeyman. She's freaking nuts. She is nuts. An apologist. Actually, no one's an apologist. We all saying that. Yeah, Emily still sucks. Emily's a feeder. She had a hand in what happened to her ex. But still, the fact that a feeder is being believed over you, it speaks volumes of how you've been engaging in during your so-called career. Like, seriously, get some help.
I'm going to respond to what she said. Emily messaged me last night. It's been just this vicious cycle of what it's been this whole time of her saying one thing, me saying another. I don't know how the same reaction channel who once thought my ex was all of these horrendous things have now like switched the script.
No, we all still do. We all still think the same thing.
And Emily is like a saint.
It's just that now, even worse, Amber, for you, we believe this person over you. Get that through your thick skull.
And we need to like interview her. You know what? I want to be interviewed. Like, when
Amber, you have a whole channel talking. You don't need to be interviewed, bitch.
is it my turn? But no, none of these reaction channels want to put it in a light of, you know what? Amberlynn has done some things, but maybe for the first time, she might actually be slightly a victim here. but no one wants to see it that way.
You know what? I can concede that yes, she is in a way. It's just that knowing her and knowing how she is, she brought a lot of this upon herself. I don't know. Like I know victims can, I mean, abusers can be victimized, but yeah, it's just we know this, Amber, but still, you suck.
They once did. They once did. They once were trying to get me away from the feeder, but now it's like
You didn't
the
care.
roles are reversed. I don't want to do this.
So when people were actually caring about you and your well-being, you told us to pretty much fuck off. I don't know what is it that you want from people then. It doesn't matter whether we support you or not. It's just people always want because they have a different opinion as you. So get fucked.
I
And you did.
regret not doing this with the whole Beck thing, but it's my turn to respond to exactly what Emily said. And I'm scared in the sense of like she has been threatening me. She's doing this whole dance of if you shut up, I'll shut up. For 8 months of the time that we were in a relationship, I know you're watching, hi. You were literally online, publicly humiliating me and hurting me while we were in a relationship. You were doing it anonymously, but also with your name. So hardcore that people were actually truly believing we weren't together. And I had to keep my mouth shut. Why? Because one, I literally loved you. I finally said, this is my last straw. You're threatening me? Life would be so much easier if you were just honest. Guess what? I am being honest. And that's what makes this easy for me. Thank you. The fact that she had the audacity to
It's extremely easy for her to lie to.
message me last night and I was trying to reply with these like well thought out responses. Why do I take the time? The brows, you're so insane. Like, it's actually crazy. Let's say she did all that. Okay, that doesn't change what you did. My whole thing is like, why is it always Amberlynn? Why is it always Amberlynn that's in the fall? Always Amberlynn. You know what's funny?
Can you name one time when it fucking hasn't, though? Can you? Because I would love to hear that. Holy crap.
One thing that I know to be true is that Emily was held at gunpoint. I do know that to be true. Like, it's literally in court documents. That's not a lie. And when it happened, I stuck by her side. I made a whole video. I wrote a whole thing and read it in a YouTube video. I stuck up for her through.
Remember, you stuck by her side because you needed her. You needed her to keep claiming you. It was for yourself. You did all that for yourself. Shut up. You don't do shit for other people.
Through because you want to know why the haters and the girl world of it all and the reaction channels were saying that it was Emily's fault that happened to her. You guys are literally witnessing it firsthand, a bitch going insane. And this is what I had to deal with. Pocahontas. Thank you, Nicole.
You know what? I'm honest, fucking kills me. I can concede that too. When I heard that, I was thinking, damn. I don't know. Emily's a freaking feeder. She could be she be responsible for why whatever happened with that ex. I don't know what happened. We weren't there. But the fact is that we know Amber. We don't know these other people as much. So, you know, and like I said before, she was sticking up for Emily because she needed Emily. She wanted Emily. That's it.
And the 62 people who thumbs that up, you know what? Make it 100. Let's get that fucking thing up to 100. Not only is it fat shaming, but you're making fun of someone that genuinely was in a relationship, fat shaming their partner. Those of you who agree,
You wanted to be there. You loved being there. And you know what? Fat shaming is, if you call it fat shaming, it's not freaking illegal. All right, Amber? Get yourself together.
agree to that, I would never want to be in a relationship with you. Like, you guys are sick. And you know what's funny?
Amber, that supposed to be a bad thing? Holy fuck. Okay.
Let's go back to the Beck situation right quick. So many people were like, oh my God, Amberlynn wasn't there. Why did, but no one ever like sits there and goes, why did Beck stay? Like, it's Beck's fault. They have all this.
Amber, you cut off all of Beck's avenues to leave. What the hell do you mean? Wow. She cut everything off of Beck. And then what? She expected her to just go out and make herself in the world? She cut fucking everything off of Beck. You have your own apartment. You had your own home. You have your own career. You had your own everything. And you still chose to stay. You chose to put out your cat to be able to stay with this bitch. So shut up. Holy crap. It's not the same shit at all.
Like, sympathy for Beck. But yeah, I was in a relationship where I stayed in Wisconsin for 3 months where I felt genuine.
Yeah, you were there for 3 months, only having met this person 3 months before that, or 4. It's not the same thing at all. It's not even half a year that you were with this woman by the time you came back home. I don't know what is she smoking? Is this bitch smoking? Holy crap.
miserable, and everyone's like, it's your fault. I have never been with
Yeah,
someone
kind
like
of,
this
yeah.
in my life who genuinely, I have never screamed at the top of my lungs till I've been in a relationship with her. Like, call me borderline babe. I don't give a I have never felt that kind of rage. And guess what? This is entertainment for you guys, so I hope you're enjoying.
Oh, we are. We are.
Receipts are your line, of course. Oh, thank you for the money. You have a history of being a though. And you know who else has a history of being abusive? Emily.
Yeah, but we care about you though. But we only care about what you do. Holy fuck ever. Also, it doesn't it I do realize that it's so freaking dumb that all these people are paying this woman just to say stupid shit. You're seriously giving her 4.99 just to be able to talk shit to her. Like, why are you doing this, man? Holy crap.
Oh, my last message. I'm sorry for you because you can't accept responsibility is why you can't grow. I hope you grow one day. I hope that you continue sending me super chats. Thank you. All exes have said the same thing about you. You know what's funny about that? It's easy to do when you have thousands of people backing you up. Thousands. Literally thousands.
The thing is, she could have the same if she wasn't like this. She could so easily have it the same.
They violated your expectation of privacy by releasing private text messages. You have a legal case here. Ranch Girly, thank you so much for the super chat. And genuinely, I had no idea that happened. We're not together anymore. I could trust you that, James. But thank you. Can you throw it back? Hell yeah, I can. And you know who loved it? Emily. How can she be what she's into and body shame you and same behavior on their part? I don't understand it. It makes me feel people my size are just not.
She is a fetish. That's why. She's a fetish. She doesn't see her as just a good person. I mean, she barely sees her as a person, I think. She's a freaking fetish. She wants to get off to her body. That doesn't mean she actually gives a fuck.
Accepted in society. We're not like the standard of beautiful. And finally, I got with someone that like desired my body, and I've never experienced that before. So then when she would make fun of me and she would make fat jokes, like literally to my face, that's one of the reasons why I knew it was her that said Workahontas, who said that if I lost weight, I'd look like a melted candle. Because she also said that about another girl who lost a bunch of weight. And that's how I knew it was her. And she lied and lied and lied. She was like, that's not my Reddit. That's not my Reddit. That's actually my friends. That's actually my friends. And then she finally admitted it to me and she said it was hers. I'm dreading reacting.
Two crazy bitches in a relationship. Holy crap. Two crazy women in a relationship. Oh my goodness. Who could have seen this coming?
To the screenshots. That's why I'm like prolonging this as much as possible because I just don't even
Yeah, get on
know.
with it.
Explain the proof you lied about E letting R out. I did not lie about E letting R out. SF deleted stuff critical of her. Oh, I know Snowflake did. Oh, I know he deleted stuff critical of her. I'm literally not stupid. I know this, and I know this because of Emily. Emily follows along on all this crap. I personally don't. I don't watch the reaction channels. I don't go on the forums. I don't go on the Reddits, but she does. So when are you gonna react to what the feeder said? Only I can call her that. We are not together. You think I'd be doing this every
You don't get to just own a word that people can objectively call somebody when that's what they are. She's so stupid.
together? No, 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 no. Okay.
Right. Didn't you do that a little while ago? You came on here saying the same shit.
First thing that popped up was, hi, Emily. Hope all is well. I'm about to kiss your so I can make some money and get some clout. What made you want to come out now and discuss your time with Amber? Okay. So funny situation about this is Emily and I literally just got into an argument and that's it. That's it. That's always what happened. Anytime you guys saw her talk shit about me online, it's literally only because we got into an argument. If that's not like some type of like, I say abuse because it's like lack of a better word. If that's not whatever that is, what is it? Tell me. Emily's response. Honestly,
Could be mistreatment, but I would say that's the same shit that you were doing.
I was content staying silent for a long time, but you weren't. You weren't silent. What? I was silent. That was me. That was me. But I'm tired of watching her dodge any real accountability. You are literally the queen of dodging accountability. For you to say sorry, random fact, Emily does not know that word. She creates her own reality.
You know, sometimes I know what she said. We already know. It's funny, ironic coming from her, but it's just it's so funny how she looks like an actual baby when she's angry. She looks like a big toddler, and sometimes I just like keep watching her, and it's just like I forget what she's even saying because it's like holy shit, it's a big baby.
And that expects everyone to play along. Are we describing you right now? The sad part is most people do because they're either scared of her and don't want to deal with the drama. But I hit a point where I just couldn't sit back and watch her keep rewriting the truth. You are not afraid of me. How many times have I said that I'm afraid of you? You are not afraid of me because you've gone public behind my... Amberlynn, calm down. I'm about to have a BPD meltdown here on live. Behind my back, you have said awful things
Oh yes, also that freaking tongue popping, so freaking aggravating.
about me. You've done it publicly knowing that I would see it. If you were afraid of me, you would have never done those things. Not only that, if you were afraid of me, you would have never verbally, I've said that word so many times, this is not gonna be monetized. Like, you wouldn't have verbally me repeatedly to my face, in text, in messenger, in this. You're not afraid of me. There's nothing to be afraid of. That's just easy for you to say to look like the victim. Yes, you could be afraid of a BPD meltdown because those can be kind of hecticana. Not gonna lie about it. Snowflake replied, well, I'm glad you decided to speak up so I get the money from it. So I guess we start at the beginning. I'm guessing everything was...
Guys, also realize we're watching. God damn it, this freak fly again. We're watching the real Amber right here. This is the freaking real Amber. This is what everybody sees behind closed doors. Wow.
fine at the start of the relationship, or was there any little red flags? Well, there was red flags for me, but you know what? I was so blinded by love bombing that I just like, red flags? What? They're in heart shapes though. And I also see red flags in the shade of pink. Let's see. Oh, we have a long. Okay. Emily said, at first everything was great. I really thought I had found someone who was kind, laid back, and just fun to be around. She was able to carry on a conversation, and it's hard to find these days. Looking back now, I obviously was looking at everything through rose-colored glasses. Wow, that sounds very Amberlynn coded, because that's how I feel about you. She really made it seem like she was a grounded, supportive person. I told her upfront I was grieving Colleen and still will be. Yes. She said she understood and respected that. Yes. She said it wouldn't be an issue at all. That is true. That was super important to me for her to be accepting of it. And for a little while, it felt good. We actually had fun together. We laughed, we joked around, and it was chill. I genuinely enjoyed spending time with her before she started showing me who she really was. I guess it was a typical scenario of love bombing. I stayed the same throughout our whole relationship. The fact that you can sit there and say that the roller coaster of our relationship that we were in was due to my love bombing and not your unwavering love. That is something that you told me, that I had unwavering love. But you, every day, I did not know what Emily I was going to wake up to. Was it the one that loved me? Was it the one that hated me? Was it the one that just wanted my belly? I kissed your ass because I was scared of you. Finally, when my BPD meltdowns would snap, that's when my fear was gone because I was so heightened and so scared. My fight or flight was fight. The fact that you're turning this around and rewriting this whole thing to make you seem like a victim because my ex Beck might have been, you know exactly what you're doing. Emily is that type of person who would wake up. You wake up in the greatest mood. I'm talking about me. I wake up in the greatest mood. I'm in Wisconsin. She wakes up raging at nothing.
I really think Amber wakes up in the greatest mood. I mean, we've heard what everybody else has said about her or her exes. No. She's describing herself.
And that's what I had to deal with. And you're rewriting history to the very creator who called you a murderer. After everything I've been through, it was just nice to go one and not be so alone anymore. I did want you, and you weren't alone with me. That's one thing about having BPD is I might be up your ass a little too much. Thankfully with Zoloft, I gave you a lot of space. No matter what you put me through, you were never alone. You hurt me and I was the one apologizing for getting blood on your floor. That was a metaphor. I don't want people to take that serious. I hate Snowflake more than anything in this world.
God, you're such a corny ass. Really are.
And I really hope that he gets some sort of like karma in his life, like genuinely, because it's not fair. Was it still nice when she came to stay with you? How long was she meant to stay? I'll answer that question. It was nice in the beginning. Every day was a roller coaster. I had no idea what Emily was going to wake up. It reminded me of my dad, low key. That's how it was when I was a child. How long was she meant to stay for?
Amber, I'm sorry to break it to you, honey, but you're your dad. Yeah, that's you.
A few weeks. She didn't want me to leave. I didn't want to leave. That's how it is with lesbian relationships. U-Haul lesbians, we didn't make up that term. That's a term for a reason. But I do want to say one thing. I did not want to move to Wisconsin. I want to make that very clear. I just wanted to stay longer. She just wanted me to stay longer. I did not want to move there. Did not. Her reply. There were little red flags early on. Like Amber would get upset if I didn't FaceTime her for hours every single day. Or if I was busy at work and she didn't have time to message her. The FaceTime her for hours every single day. That's true. And I think it's because that is the way that she said, so her and Colleen would be on FaceTime for hours and hours a day. That is how mine and Emily's relationship started. And it was because she wanted that. We were on FaceTime for hours and hours a day. That is what I got used to. And having BPD, I have also very bad anxious attachment. Thankfully, I just want to say I'm very much far gone from that area. I don't have that like anxious attachment feeling anymore. I will admit that that's definitely how it was because that's, you know, the pattern that we created together. And when I noticed, you know, sometimes she didn't want to do that. My brain, because it's not wired the same as everyone else's, my brain would tell me she hates me. What did I do wrong? During my first visit to Oklahoma, things actually seemed to
I hate that she separates her brain from herself. Same with her body. It's her body, it's her brain. It's not Amber.
Really well. But it was a short trip. We were still in that honeymoon phase. I genuinely hate that, like, that saying. Why can't we just say that we were happy together? But it just goes to show that Emily was the love bomber because we were in that honeymoon phase. I fucking hate that saying, bro. It was during my second visit when things started to feel off. That's new to me. I didn't even know that. She would get irritated if I checked my phone or responded to my messages that weren't about her or focused on her. I'm sorry, but I do not remember that. I'm not going to sit here and say that she's lying because that sounds very much something like Amberlynn at 24 would feel. So did Amberlynn do that then? Maybe. But I do not remember that. That visit also happened right after she posted.
The fact that she mocks her like this, she's not serious. She is so not serious. of her own mental health. She really isn't until, she wants pity or something. Like, Amber, we're so past that. We're so past even caring about you.
who I was, and she was and the doxing stuff. Oh, we get to talk about that. Oh, I'm excited actually
What
because
a child.
that visit also happened right after she posted who I was, and the doxing stuff that happens. The tensions are high, so I kind of brushed it off at the time, thinking it was just stress. But everything really started to change when Amber came to visit me. Yeah, because I saw true colors. Those were flags, and those lightly pink red flags that were heart shaped, they started to become brown, and every other color that I don't like, puke green, and they were no longer heart shaped.
Amber, is it possible for you not to be a freaking corny ass? Like, holy crap.
Like
Anyway.
circles and squares and rectangles and triangles
Yep.
because of you. And I remember we were sitting in your garage, while you're in your little recliner chair and you're smoking cigarettes and I'm sitting next to you. And you said, you know what? Something I really like about you, you're always positive. That changed, didn't it? Why? Why did that change, Emily? Why did I stop laughing all the time with you?
Amber, I mean, Emily, if you told her that, why the hell were you lying to this woman? This is the least positive person I've ever seen in my life.
Who changed me? It wasn't me. So the part about
No, it was still you, Amber. You allowed a really short-term girlfriend to literally change you. The fuck is wrong with you? Have some self-respect.
But this also happened right after she posted who I was. I did not want to show anyone who Emily was. I actually have text message proof of this. We had talked about it. I knew the hate was going to happen. I explained the hate. I don't want the haters to find you. I don't think you can handle it. I don't want to post you. I was guilt tripped so bad. She would say things like, I don't want to be hid. I don't understand. Like, Alexis actually told you guys this. Alexis lied about some stuff, but there was some stuff she was truthful on. I've always said that. But I was guilt tripped into revealing who she was. She would say things, I want people to know that you're taken. I don't want to be hidden. I don't want to be a secret. I was terrified. I was like, I don't want to lose Emily. Like, I feel like I'm being forced into this, but I also don't want the internet to ruin it for me as well because I knew exactly what was going to happen. All of the doxing, she took it out on me. It was horrendous. I ended up getting cellulitis. I had 103 temperature. It was almost 104. My temperature was so high, I couldn't even think straight. She repeatedly was calling me, call lawyers, call lawyers. Fix this for me. Fix this for me. She didn't care that I was sick. I had 103 temperature. When you have BP,
Is this when she was when she stepped in the water, the puddle? Damn. I mean, fucked up, but no.
like you have that favorite person, they can do no wrong. I'd do anything to keep her. So I'm like calling lawyers, Google.
That is so not normal, Amber. That is so not normal. Coming from a person that has BPD, who's gone through this stuff. For you to just like be able to just sit there and just say, yeah, that's because of my condition, but yet do nothing about it. It's just alarming.
Lawyers while literally vomiting. Like genuinely my brain was being fried and all she cared about was me calling
Okay, we get it,
lawyers.
Amber.
I should have known
Fucking
then
hell.
that she was a selfish person. I genuinely hate that this is even happening because it's like I still love her. Okay. Her other
those
messages, she was
pops.
originally only supposed to stay for a week or two tops. That's not true. It definitely wasn't going to be 3 months, no. We were planning on probably around 2 weeks because that's when I'd be off of work and be able to take her home. But by day 2 of her being at my house, things already started to shift. It was weird how high strung she was that early on. Emily, if that is the case, why did you want me to stay longer? Why did you want me to move in? Why did you call me? Why did you literally say that that was my home too? Why when I came home because I chose to come home, you would message me saying, I immediately want you to come back home. If I was so high strung and I acted off on day 2, why did you allow me to stay for 3 months? She really didn't like that I had a life outside of her. Not true. I mean, I work 12-hour shifts. I have a family, friends, pets, a house to take care of. Those are true things, but I didn't care because she only worked like twice a week. So what? But anything that wasn't about her felt like an inconvenience to her, and she made that very clear. That is so not true. It is absolutely insane. So when it comes to friends, she doesn't have friends. She had like a couple coworkers and stuff that she like kind of considered friends. I would always be like, why don't we go hang out with them? Why don't I don't understand like why she didn't want to introduce me to her friends. I thought that was so weird. I didn't meet her family in person until like I genuinely had to. And I'm not gonna say like that's personal, it's like medical stuff. I'm not gonna like get into it. Like I genuinely was oh my god, here she goes, she messaged me. Are you really talking about my family? Oh. Didn't say anything personal. I just said I wanted to meet them. Can you calm down, Emily? Like, for real. Like, you literally said in the message, I have family and friends and pets. Like, I'm just responding to what you said. I would purposely try to find ways to, like, leave the house. Like, I was like, can we do, like, a 5 Below challenge? I paid to do, like, this 5 Below challenge with her and a family member. Not gonna go into detail. I'd get home from a 12-hour shift, completely exhausted from a stressful job, and she'd get upset if I wanted to go straight to bed. You have never in your life gotten off of work and went straight to bed. She'd say things like, oh, you're not going to hang out with me, or ask me to take her to the casino or go shopping. We went to 5 Below one time. We went to the casino a couple times, and guess who paid? Me. Guess who else who loves the casino and the bingo and the scratchers and the this and the that? Emily. We got along in that way. Did we go to the casino after you went to work? Maybe once, but it was usually on a day that you took off by your doing. So don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. Please don't fuck with me. If I said no, she'd get upset. You've never said no. And compared to her working on vlogs all day. That never happened because I didn't vlog at your house. I maybe did a few videos. So that's not true, Emily. Saying she still had the energy to do things, so I should too. Okay. None of that ever happened. Amber expected me to constantly be available. I will say.
I don't know, Amber. You really just said that you don't remember any of so many things happening. Kind of seems probable.
I was a little like that. I can take accountability there. If I didn't text or call during my breaks, or if I wasn't giving her attention constantly, she'd get upset or start a fight. That's due to my trauma. She would always accuse me of not loving her, and she was and how terrible of a girlfriend I was. I never said you were a terrible girlfriend. You became terrible. You became terrible. She wanted me to call out of work anytime she was having a crisis, or just felt like she wanted me to stay at home lie. Oh my god. She was always in a bad mood because of this. I don't know what that means. If I did anything that didn't involve her directly, she would start an argument. Not true. I was exhausted trying to juggle everything in my life on top of her constantly being mad at me. You weren't really juggling anything because you didn't really do much of anything. We'd get into arguments and she just wouldn't let anything go. That is
That little dig is just so funny coming from her.
literally you to a T. I've never been more gaslit and manipulated in my life. I have never felt the way that you made me feel in my life. The fact that you made me feel the way that my dad made my mom feel is sick. Okay, she would gaslight, deflect, just typical narcissist.
She doesn't understand that this is how she's made everybody in her for life feel. Every ex has felt this way. But when it happens to her, it's just extra, extra important.
Narcissistic behavior. We both know I'm not a narcissist. Have I thought that in the past? Yes. Have I taken plenty narcissist tests? Yes. Have I talked to therapists? Yes, because genuinely that terrifies me. But you know that I'm not a narcissist. You know that I'm not. But the behaviors that you demonstrate shows textbook narcissist behavior, and it scares me. You scare me. It got to the point where I started going into the other room just to sleep because she wouldn't stop arguing with me when I was trying to rest before a shift. That happened one time, and it's when everything hit the fan, and I followed you in there with my BPD meltdown, my tantrum. Yeah, I did, and I'm able to admit that. My pain turned me into a monster because of what you did. Yeah, I am able to admit that, and you're not taking.
But why can she say I admit that? She never apologizes though, right? She never says I'm sorry for doing that. That was totally unacceptable. Never apologizes for anything.
Accountability for anything, and that's terrifying.
Just saying that, yeah, I did that. I take accountability for it. It's like, all right, but can we not apologize as well?
Came into the room and stood over the bed. She told me that if I wasn't going to continue the conversation, which was basically her going on and on how I didn't love her, and then said, fine, if I can't have peace from being able to have this conversation, then you aren't going to either. She would then stand next to the bed. I was sleeping in and intentionally keep me up all night. I feel like this happened every time she knew I was going to work. Like she was intentionally keeping me up because she didn't like that I wasn't home to her. That's a bullshit lie.
This is a bit too fast, huh?
Not gonna lie, it was peace from you. I liked having those 2 days a week where I didn't have to be like, oh my God, is she going to be raging at me? Is there going to be a fat joke? I liked that piece, Emily. That one time, did I stand next to the bed crying for you to hear me?
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
I felt so unheard. I felt so unloved. Like you constantly were
Amber, that image is so profoundly disturbing. Holy crap. Imagine having this thing next to you, standing, probably most likely half naked, yelling at you. And she's like, I'm not being heard. And so, I fucking see you and hear you. I just don't wanna. Oh my God.
Hateful. Did I do that? I did. I stood there, bawling my eyes out, waiting for a hug, reassurance.
Oh my God, you're fucking 34 years old. 34? 33, 34. I don't know. One of those.
It sounds like she didn't want you to work and just spend all day at home with her. I'm guessing she used BPD as an excuse for her shitty behavior. I'm guessing so. What's your excuse, Snowflake? Emily replied, she 100% used her BP as an excuse. I do. It's also a reason. That's what's frustrating me the most. Anytime she'd have one of her tantrums, she wouldn't take any accountability and say it's because she has BPD. And she'd be like, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to tell you how I feel. Which is true. I am just trying to tell you how I feel. When she would literally scream at me about something like taking 4 minutes longer than I would have when I went outside to smoke. Not true. I told her she can't use that as an excuse if she refuses to do anything to help.
Okay, I think this is a bit too fast. I don't know. I think it's sounding kind of... I hope this is fine.
She made a lot of false promises of getting into therapy. So did you. You need therapy bad, girl. You need therapy bad, like on a different type of level.
Amber, just stop, all right?
She told me in so many different occasions that she was signed up and she never went. That's not true. Oh, Snowflake said, so what would you do all day when you were at work? I'm going to take a guess and say nothing. Lay in bed all day watching reaction channels. So no, I wasn't watching reaction channels, but yeah, all I did was stay in her bed. That is all I did. I feel like some of this is like out of order because this doesn't make sense, but the response was, yep, that was one of her manipulative tactics and staying longer when it was getting to the point where I was asking her to leave. I have journal entries and I'm pretty sure I have messages literally telling you that I needed to leave.
Journal entries coming from an unreliable narrator means nothing. You're lying to yourself on a constant basis.
Was miserable. I would call my mom constantly, bawling my eyes out, Emily, because of you.
And also, I'm sorry to tell you, but your mom's word also is pretty much null and void. She's hearing what happened from you. She's gonna believe her daughter. She's gonna want to, even if her brain tells her that she's probably lying. Her heart is gonna be like, no, I need to support her.
And my mom was like, honey, I will come get you. You deserve better.
And your dumbass wanted to stay there. You had your mom. You decided, no, ma, fuck you. You stay there. Stay where you are.
You don't deserve this. She thought she would get a therapist here. I'd let her stay so she could do the therapy. She did a whole lot of nothing, to be honest. I didn't do shit there.
Yeah, energy shot.
I was miserable. She sit around and watch YouTube videos, including reaction channels, all day. No, I did her laundry. She did do my laundry because I literally could not do the laundry. She had one of those laundries where you had to bend down. I could not,
Amber, that's a freaking problem. Can we just talk about that problem, your actual problem in your life, your weight? Because holy crap, it's always some freaking reason. The freaking reason is always her. It's her.
ones that are out like this, and then the ones that are like this. Hers was like this, and I couldn't like go down to get it. I'm A, too short and too fat. My stomach was literally in the way. I could not reach down and
That's
get my laundry.
crazy.
So yes, she
That is
did do my
crazy.
laundry, and she did it twice when I was there. I cleaned up after her and took care of the pets. She won't ever let Twinkie or the dogs out during the day when she was home. That's a lie. So I'll come home from work. I have to clean up Twinkie's pee off the brand new floor that I put in, and her dog's pee, but that's not true. That was from when we were fucking sleeping. He said, ugh, disgusting. Only time I remember her talking about her responsibilities with the pets was when she did the video explaining how Rarity got out. I'm sure she talked about that stuff, but then I just can't remember. Actually, before I ask about Rarity, how did the tantrums get? What was the worst? If you're okay talking about it, if not, I'll shut my face. You know what's funny? When me and Emily were messaging last night, Snowflake literally was asking questions about my hygiene. Emily told me. Snowflake was literally asking
And what happened? What's your point? Yeah.
questions about my hygiene. That's where his head is at, bro. This isn't
Stop saying bro, first of all. And yeah, Amber, we are interested in how nasty you can possibly be. Why is that so freaking out of this world for you to understand?
for justice for Emily. This is for
Nobody said anything about justice for Emily. I don't know where you got that from. We just want to know the shit on you.
clout and for money and for making Amberlynn look as
We're not freaking. She acts like we're at a freaking university class. We're on the internet talking shit about some asshats, and it's fun.
as she can look. Like if Amberlynn can look bad, he's gonna do it. The tantrum slowly escalated each time.
She does that herself just so perfectly. Nobody needs to do anything.
I started with her just shouting at me to escalating to her slamming doors and punching walls. That never happened. I think I slammed a door one time because I was so fed up. Like the betrayal, the gaslighting, the stonewalling, the cruelty, the fat jokes. Anytime I tried leaving the room, she would block doorways. She was also really jealous. Anytime I talked about Colleen, I made it very clear that I'm very understanding of the whole Colleen situation. But when you would compare me to Colleen in fights, you began to turn that into a weapon. Colleen was
I would say that's shitty, Emily. That's shitty. And no matter what, don't use your ex as a point to be able to like compare your current one. Just leave her.
longer your late fiance, but a weapon to hurt your current girlfriend. That's not cool, dude. I wasn't allowed to share memories or say anything about it really anymore. She would end up getting really pissed.
This has nothing to do with anything, but when she said dude, it reminded me of Stephanie from Full House. Okay, dudes. It's so stupid, I know.
I wonder fucking why. Because she became a weapon just to hurt me. But the worst tantrum was actually the night that Rarity went missing. And why was I reacting that way? For the audience watching, let me remind you. Emily,
you were angry. Yes, Amber. Stop sucking your teeth and your tongues. Gross. Yeah, we get it. You were angry. You can't handle your emotions.
I were sitting in her car. And she had lied to me for weeks about this woman she was speaking to. She said it was a coworker. Turns out it was a hater that she was friends with, where she would talk shit about me. She would stare at me right in my fucking eyes. The woman that she loves, and say, I'm not lying to you. She was on Tumblr looking at naked women bigger than me right after having sex with me. And the picture that is so engraved in my brain was this woman on an oxygen tank in a hospital bed. And then in that same moment, I find her on Phoebe, which
Amber, you saw that, ma'am, and you still didn't go home. Who's the most sick person in this relationship? I can't freaking. I don't know. Y'all both sound so horrible.
is where the feeders go to do their thing. I clicked the messages. The day that we met in person, she messaged a girl saying how sexy she was. She messaged another masked lesbian feeder saying, wow, we're rare. Masked lesbian feeders. That's the day I found out the truth about everything. Well, not slightly everything, but most of it. And then you get mad and play victim because of my reaction.
Wait a minute. So is she saying that she's the last one that found out that she was a feeder? No, right? She can't be that dumb. That's so stupid. No. I think that's when she saw that she was actually watching corn of it, but no, she knew.
She saw me scrolling through my...
That has to be some next level evading to not realize what was going on. She knew.
Phone, and there was this woman on my Instagram feed. She flipped out and said I was micro cheating. She fucking lied. She saw this woman on my Instagram feed. She won't even admit to the Tumblr. When I tell you my jaw is on the floor, can someone pick it up for me? 'Cause I'm too fat. Whew, that was the first time she got physical with me. She threw things at me. What did I throw at you? What did I throw at you? Actually, I didn't throw a thing at you, Emily. Oh, she replied. The water bottle that was on my dresser.
Oh, she is so freaking smug. It's so funny. It's so funny.
Oh, I threw a water bottle on your dresser. Okay, let me go back to the text message from last night where you said that I did not throw it at you. You know when you picked up the water bottle to throw at me? All I did was pick it up. I didn't throw it at you. And then you said, so when you picked it up and raised it like you were gonna throw it, what was that? That is what you said right in there. So did I throw it or not? But how are you gonna sit here and lie?
That's who Emily saw. That's who Emily saw. And that's scary. Oh, hey, it's the real Amber. Yeah, that's the real Amber. She's a scary bitch.
I'm like so actually shook right now.
But then you gotta realize she's 5'3". She's spherical. It's not much that she can do. But, kind of still having somebody that heavy be mad at you is kind of weird.
Grabbed my arm and dug her nails into my arm to the point of drawing blood. I have a picture that she later deleted months later.
That freaking witch cackle. Crazy.
All right, let me dumb this down for dummies. We're fighting. Like,
oh, okay. Yeah. For people like you. Okay.
Not physically, sorry. The BPD tantrums coming out of me.
Fighting.
Her room, it's cluttered. I end up tripping over the fucking rug. My body goes onto her. She falls. I grab her arm. While she's in her car, she takes a picture of her arm and she sends it to me. It shows nothing. 2 days later, we're now arguing about the argument that we had 2 days prior. Why are we arguing about that? Because Amberlynn's hurting. She ends up leaving the house again. That's what she does. She ends up sending me a picture of her arm with these nail marks that are like so like deep. I'm like, well, I'm literally on the phone with my mom, bawling, and I'm sending my mom these screenshots. And I'm like, Mom, I think Emily just faked nail marks. Emily literally faked nail marks in a different shirt on a different day, took the picture as if it was the same day.
I don't understand why is it that she doesn't show these text messages. It's so easy to do. Amber's a liar.
Emily then later deleted both of the things, but she didn't know that I took screenshots of it. She is trying to get a situation to look like something
we want to see the screenshots.
That it wasn't. Stop exaggerating. Say it like it is. Amberlynn had crazy tantrums. Say it like it fucking is. He responded to her, Jesus. Wow. Snowflake, you're so empathetic. You're so empathetic.
Amber. Shut up. Shut up. She cannot help but act childish. She just can't help herself.
She replied with, at that point, I was livid. I told her to go back to Oklahoma, and then I was absolutely done. I decided on my own that I was going to leave. I know she likes to say that she decided it. It was not her decision. It was mine. Then she grabbed a picture of me and Colleen and held it up and
It's crazy to say it wasn't a person's decision to get you out of their house.
To break it. She knew that is something that would hurt me more than anything she could do physically to me. Like the lowest she could go. She let her apologize and then tried begging for me back, saying that it was her BPD. At first she denied that she did any of those things, which that sucked too. I've never denied a single thing that I've actually done. And I'm like, am I just imagining the gouges?
Yeah, at first she denied that she did any of those things. It's like the way she denies everything else. She denies so many things but says, I don't remember doing that. Like with the code red incident with Destiny. I don't remember doing that. I think you must have had like an out-of-body experience or whatever she told Destiny. It's so very likely that she just does these things. She says these things so freaking much that she just says it without thinking. And when she goes back to think about what happened, she's like, oh no, I don't remember that.
Out of my arm? I just saw a photo that makes me want to cry.
Oh, gross.
Like, why does this have to happen? Why couldn't it just
Because it's fucking you. Why couldn't it be a good relationship? Because you're in it, Amber, and you refuse to help yourself. You refuse to work on yourself. A broken person cannot have a good relationship with anyone.
She apologized profusely when she knew she couldn't gaslight me into believing it didn't happen. Because it didn't. Oh my god. See, this is what I mean about being gaslit. You start to think Did it really happen? If it wasn't for me saving that fucking screenshot that she later deleted, I would be sitting here thinking, did that really happen?
Holy
I'm
shit,
just like,
sorry. I need to go get some water.